Recording. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Kine Mobilecast. And in this interview episode, we are going to interview Bryana Harris. And Bryana, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How you doing? How's it going? Doing all right?
For you, yes.
Just so everyone knows, she's going to be modeling at the March 26th Botanica Garden Extravaganza. And yeah, so Bryana, give the people like a brief overview introduction of your story, or however you want to take this.
Okay, my name is Bryana. I'm a 26-year-old mother. I'm from Pittsburgh. I started modeling back in 2018. I'm still fairly new though, even though it was a couple years ago. And I'm just looking to further my career in this.
How'd you get started modeling?
Actually, it was always a little dream for me because I like the clothes and the diva. And it was a couple years ago. I was working and I was actually like trying to figure out another way to make money. And at that time, a lot of people was coming up to me like, you should be a model. Like, you're really pretty, you're tall, you got the figure, like you should be a model. And it was so crazy because like I said, I had always thought about it. So at the time that I was thinking of extra ways to make money and everybody was just coming up to me like, you should be a model, you should be a model. Had to start really thinking about it. Like, maybe this is my time. So that's how, so after a while of hearing it, I decided to make a move on it, go out there and start.
How many runway shows have you done, if you remember?
I'll say about 4.
Okay, that's dope. And this will be your 5th one, on the one coming up?
Yes.
Okay. And you done quite a few. How many like modeling shoots or photography sessions have you done?
I'll say about 4 there too. Very few for both. But
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you've been doing it just on and off over the last 4 years.
It's been very on and off over these.
It's all good. You're still you're a budding model and you're developing your own voice or aesthetic. So that's fine. Yes. No worries. So, people. I guess you were going at the suggestion of people who saw this ability in you. And at a time where you kind of needed to make you wanted another extra side hustle. So
yes, as well as already seeing it in myself. Like
there you go.
Like I said, it was all a dream. Like, oh, I could be a model one day. It was a little play dream. It was, like I said, until people were coming at me with it, and I'm just like, well, they are right, like, so I'm like, let me just go ahead and try it.
Yeah, very dope. How have you been finding, like, I guess your current aesthetic? Like, well, how would you describe your aesthetic?
Okay, what do you mean by aesthetic?
Like your look, like how, like as a model, like your look, the type of style that you are trying to reflect and want your viewers or audience to like know about you.
I don't know how to answer that really.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Because it's different when being a model. The looks are more other people's, like you're wearing designer, you're modeling other people's clothes and everything like that. But the look in general, well, as you know, now you can have any look, like tall, small. There's plus size models these days, so I wouldn't even necessarily say that, but yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I just love the clothes. I love fashion, clothes, jewelry, shoes, all of that.
Do you have any like creative influences for modeling, or do you like look elsewhere for some creative inspiration?
No, I don't have any inspiration. I guess it's really just me, and like I said, how I like to dress. Like I'm really into clothes, outfits matching with the shoes, with the purse, with the glasses, with the earrings, and things like that. So that's pretty much it.
Very nice. Do you have any other like do you have any other creative like endeavors that you're get involved with? Any other maybe other hobbies?
No.
So
Actually,
modeling is it for you. That's it. That's awesome. That's good.
yes, that's the only hobby
Yeah,
that I
that's awesome. You can so you can focus and you get honed in on one. So some of the other
got.
models that we've interviewed that we're like, you know, they've been like kind of pulled in all these different directions, but for you, like you know what you love, and then you could like you could just hone in on one thing, you know. So that's pretty
Yeah,
dope. That's very, very dope.
yeah, modeling is it.
Um, so how'd you get involved with the March 26th Botanical the upcoming fashion show?
Okay, actually, a designer who is no longer in it, I worked with her before, and she had tagged me in a post on Facebook. And I haven't done anything model wise in a minute because it's like when COVID came around, it shut a lot of things down.
Yeah.
So I haven't done anything model wise in a minute. So when I seen this, it seemed like a great opportunity to just step back out there, since it's been a while. So that's how I got in it. And I was actually glad that I did know somebody who was in it. Networking is very, very good for this business. It's really all about, it's very important. Who you know is very important. I'll say that. So yes,
Yeah.
I was glad that I worked with a designer who did come across this opportunity, who remembered to even, tag me in a post like, oh, I remember this model that I worked with before. Let me let her know this. So that I really appreciated that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. I remember in your survey, you were saying how like you find it two conflicting things because you personally are shy, but then like modeling, you kind of have to like not be shy, like being
Right.
being confident on camera and stuff. So how have you in your personal journey have like been able to figure to balance this two? If you have, or I assume you're still working on that.
Right. Yeah, I am still working on that very much so actually. So I guess I just have to let go of, like the shy feelings and just act like it's me at home. Like when I put on those outfits and, it's a certain event and occasion, just act like it was just me in the room. It's kind of hard. It's easier said than done.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, I just have to get that my attitude when it's just me. I need to get that, to be able to be like that in front of everybody. Cause yeah, I am shy in front of everybody. I don't like spotlight and things like that. So that's why I was like, yeah, being a model and with who I am, it is too conflicting. But I feel like we'll work on that. So I'll be okay on that part, I think.
So like what's interesting is that your love for modeling and all the diva glitz and glam and stuff, and then like putting forth your best self and looking good on camera, like your love of that is helping you overcome your fear of
Yes.
Yeah, right, yeah. So that's
Yes.
like your love for that outweighs your fear of
Right.
being in the spotlight or whatever. So
yeah, right. And it's like, even though I'm shy, it's like we're gonna have to get over that, because it's like I can't let the fact that I'm shy stop me from something like this, So
that's awesome. Yeah, that's very inspirational. A lot of people can learn from that, themselves. So it's pretty dope. So like, how about this? When you first started modeling, like knowing what the experience you have now, even though you yourself you say it's not that much, but like still some experience is better than no experience. If you could go back to your 2018 self, right when you first started, what kind of advice would you give her?
To not be scared, to go out there and chase your dreams, no matter what your fears are. Also to be open to learning, be open to listening. because you don't know everything. You're not always right. Well, of course, in this field, if you're new to modeling, you don't know anything really. So yes, I would just say be open to listening to everybody who knows what they're talking about, as opposed to you who doesn't know anything. So constructive criticism, I guess I'll say, in a way. So that's about it.
Have you like had any like mentors in this field that have helped guide you along the way, or are there people, you said earlier you didn't have any creative inspirations, but like are there people that you look up to that are like been helping you along the way? I would assume
Yeah,
there are, right? Yeah.
I do. Her name is Miss Janice,
Oh,
actually.
shout out to Shamise. What's up, baby?
Yes, I love her. She's awesome. I actually met her, I'll say, back in 2019. That I did my first fashion show with her for Fashion Week, and we've kept in contact. And I've been doing other projects with her since then. So, yes, that's I would say that's who my mentor is in this modeling field.
Very nice.
Yes.
And like, what's some of the best advice, or like how best aspect that she has helped you with?
Just being professional.
Oh, very nice. That's okay. So let's unpack this a bit, because I have, and being in like the media field, like there's like levels of professionalism that young artists, like little details that they overlook. So
okay, but I'll say she sees the professionalism in me, and that's something that she always points out to me and tells me that she's proud of, and keep going, because that's really more like, that's a very good, characteristic to have, is professionalism in everything, really pretty much. So yes, and I guess I'll just say her seeing the professionalism in me, that meant a lot to me. So to just keep doing what I am doing. But you said what points?
Yeah, are there any specific examples that you have regarding professionalism? I can think of like 3 off the top. I can think of 5 off the top of my head, but I'll just say like I want to know your perspective.
Okay, well, I'll just tell like what she meant when she was saying it, like how I'm always on time, and if I
there you go, be on time. That's one. There you go. That was actually the first one I thought of. So keep going.
Yeah, being on time, keeping your word. Like if you say you're coming to an event to actually show up, if you don't want to come anymore, there's nothing wrong with reaching out and saying that you're not coming. The no call, no show, that doesn't really look good. And just being able to work in like maybe uncomfortable situations, being able to talk and say how you feel and what you want in a respectful way, and that's pretty much it.
No. Those are great pieces of advice. Just like
Yeah.
so how you just said, like being able to present what you want in a respectful way. Yeah, that's like a very big part. That's how, otherwise you can't, it's hard for you to progress in any profession, right? So
right.
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Very, 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 very dope. So we asked, like one of the questions were on the survey is like, if you were to die tomorrow, what's one message you would like to share with as many people today? And then do you remember your answer?
Yes. I know I just said live life, be happy, be nice, show love, because it doesn't hurt. This world needs it. But yeah, that's it. Just enjoy life, because we only get one. Show love, be happy, and be kind to others. That's all.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so what so I would have an answer, just because, being around the Pittsburgh scene, the creative scene, like, okay, I just want, my main question was like, with that, I was like, oh, it's interesting that you said show love. So what made you say that? What made you put that as an answer?
Like when I said show love, I guess that kind of went hand in hand with being kind, like
Mm-hmm.
smile, speak to one another, um, show love. I guess because there's just so much, I guess, hate, if you will, like this
Yeah.
world, the world is crazy, as we know. Everybody knows this world is just really a horrible place. So that's why I just said show love, to just try to make it a little bit better.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. So, in my personal experience and like hearing a lot of people's not so much complaints or just like criticisms of like the artist scenes in like in every big city, right? But there's just a lot of like crabs in a bucket pulling each other down, people not showing a lot of support. And
Right.
yeah, so that the I was like, the fact that you're like, yeah, show love, like it doesn't hurt to like just like someone's post or share it.
Right.
Yeah,
To
and then
support somebody, to uplift, everybody should uplift everybody, but to just uplift one another, to just encourage.
absolutely, that's a very recurring model in just like in media field, the film industry, as well as like comedy, comedy stand-up circles that I'm like involved in, and that everyone's saying the same thing. So it's just cool that you say you're like, you can still call yourself a beginner, and then you're like, you kind of like downplay your experience, but like you've already accumulated a lot of very professional wisdom, as I can
Yeah.
tell. Like you're talking like a seasoned veteran already. So don't sell yourself short. Is all I'm saying. You know what I
Right. I
mean?
know.
um. So what do you? What kind of for example, like as you see where do you see yourself like in 5 years with your modeling career, or where do you hope to be?
Hopefully I'm out of town places, for fashion, whatever is in, whatever fashion events or in other states.
Do you
I
like?
hope to,
Oh, sorry. Keep going. I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
but yeah, that's it. I just hope to at least be in other states, I'll say.
Yeah. So you're letting your work like being in demand that lets you travel, right? Travel.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
yes.
Gotcha. That's very cool. That's a very noble dream to have. And an aspiration. What do you like better, runway or photo shoots?
Photo shoots, I'll say.
And why is
Um,
that, do you think?
okay, it's where I like both for both reasons, but I guess I'll say photo shoots because it's more me. And I can't really explain what I say. It's more me. Like photo shoot, like you don't have to be in front of people.
That's exactly what I was gonna get at.
Yeah.
Actually, I was just like, oh,
Yes.
because live performance, like for runway, there's an aspect of live performance, like you being in front of people.
Right.
Whereas it's just photo shoots, you're just in front of the camera. I'm like, oh, my first thing was, oh, that matches her personality, her shy personality. So it's just, yeah.
Different poses. I could just pose how I want. Yeah. So yeah.
Very nice. How do you find balancing all this with your your creative artistic endeavors with with being a full-time mom?
It actually works because my daughter, I'm free on the weekends.
Yeah.
So and most modeling things are on the weekends. So that works out. And even if I do happen to have my daughter, I'm usually able to take her to like meetings or practices or whatever the case may be. So it works out. She gets to see me in that field.
Oh yeah, she gets to see her mom at work. And she's like, that could be like it's inspirational for her, right? She's like, oh yeah, mom does busy and stuff.
Right.
It's pretty dope.
And little diva herself too. Yeah, she's very shy too. She actually had an opportunity to be in a fashion show with me before, but she was too scared. So I'm like, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, and never know, more exposure too, kind of like you, as you gain experience, and like you might help her come out of her shell. So I don't know if that's yeah. You never know, right? You never know. So if they're so if someone, what kind of advice? So I know you had like pretty deep advice for people getting trying to be more professional, for people just to be better people, you know, to make this world a better place to live in. But like, if someone just like a young aspiring model like comes up to you and be like, how can I be more like you? Or yeah, what kind of advice would you give them?
How to be more like me. I would say being on time,
That's a good one.
keeping your word,
There you go.
having good communication,
Mm-hmm.
hand in hand with keeping your word.
100%.
And that's pretty much it. Like I said, being open to learning, being open to listening. And that's pretty much it.
But that's sound advice. I'm not gonna. I'm like that'll get a lot of people very very far in life. If you
Yeah.
are a person of your word, integrity, you know, punctual, so you're not wasting other people's time. So you show them that you value their time, right? And then being respectful and knowing what you want, knowing how to present it in a way where other people are willing to give it to you. You know, hopefully you're
Right.
yeah. Bryana, I could tell you're shy the way you were like talking about. I'm like, yeah, you're saying awesome stuff. So yeah, I want you to shine. Yeah. Everyone, March 26th. Bryana, do you have anything? You have any shout outs or anything you want to give to people, or last words of wisdom, whatever you want? This is yours.
I want to say shout out to Miss Janice, my mentor, and Miss Melissa for presenting this opportunity to me.
Awesome. Yeah, so just so you know, everyone, her Instagram is gutta_bry, right? Gutta GUTTA_BRY, right?
Yeah.
Bree or gutta Bree. And yeah, and everyone be looking forward to her seeing her on the March 26th Botanical Garden Extravaganza. And we'll do, and hopefully you'll be a guest in the future. You know, we'll do some check-ins as you evolve your journey, and then we can get some check-ins and stuff down the road, right? But
yes.
Bryana, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you had fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
All right.